Have you ever felt like something's off in your relationships? Maybe it's the way people respond, the subtle distance, or even outright hostility. The truth is, sometimes we unknowingly trigger negative emotions in others, and it's not always personal. Drawing from the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, today we'll uncover 9 reasons why people might secretly hate you. These insights aren't meant to bring you down, but to help you grow, reflect, and strengthen your relationships. Whether it's about how we communicate, our actions, or even their perception of us, understanding these reasons can help you navigate life with confidence and self-awareness. Let's dive in. Number 1. Envy and jealousy. Envy and jealousy are often used interchangeably, but they are distinct emotions that impact our relationships and self-perception in unique ways. Envy arises when we desire something that someone else possesses, be it their achievements, possessions, talents, or even opportunities. It's a feeling of longing combined with resentment, often rooted in our perception of personal inadequacy. For example, envying a colleague's promotion might highlight our dissatisfaction with our own career trajectory. On the other hand, jealousy typically involves a perceived threat to something we already have, such as a relationship, status, or affection. It is often accompanied by fear, insecurity, or suspicion, particularly in romantic contexts. A person may feel jealous if they believe their partner's attention is directed elsewhere. While envy focuses on external comparisons, jealousy revolves around preserving one's position or connection. Both emotions stem from natural human instincts and can serve as signals to reflect on unmet needs or desires. However, unchecked envy can lead to bitterness and sabotage relationships. It can warp our ability to celebrate others' successes, trapping us in a cycle of negativity. Similarly, jealousy, if left unaddressed, can foster mistrust, control issues, and conflict. Both emotions can act as barriers to healthy communication and self-growth if not managed effectively. To navigate these feelings, it's important to practice self-awareness and understand their root causes. For envy, shifting our mindset from comparison to inspiration can transform the emotion into motivation. Recognizing someone else's success as a potential guide or learning opportunity can be empowering. When dealing with jealousy, open communication and emotional honesty are key. Sharing feelings of insecurity or fear with a trusted partner or friend can help to rebuild trust and dispel misunderstandings. Ultimately, envy and jealousy are not inherently bad emotions. They are part of the spectrum of human experience. How we respond to them defines their impact on our lives. Developing gratitude, focusing on personal growth, and fostering trust in relationships can help us manage these emotions constructively. By addressing envy and jealousy with mindfulness and empathy, we can turn these challenges into opportunities for deeper self-awareness and stronger connections with others. Number 2. Misunderstandings and ineffective communication. Misunderstandings and ineffective communication are common barriers that can derail relationships, teams, and even entire organizations. At their core, these issues often stem from assumptions, unclear messaging, or a lack of active listening. When people fail to articulate their thoughts or emotions effectively, they leave room for interpretation, which can lead to misinterpretation. For instance, an employee might take constructive criticism personally if the tone of delivery is overly blunt, creating a rift that impacts productivity. Similarly, in personal relationships, an offhand comment may be perceived as dismissive, even if it was not intended that way. These small moments can snowball into larger conflicts if not addressed promptly. Moreover, cultural differences, language barriers, and differing communication styles can exacerbate misunderstandings, making it crucial to adapt our approach depending on the context. Ineffective communication is not just about what is said, but also how it is received. Non-verbal cues like facial expressions, body language, or tone of voice can sometimes contradict the words spoken, leading to confusion. For example, a colleague saying, "I'm fine," with crossed arms and a tense expression may actually be signaling frustration or discomfort. To counteract these pitfalls, it is vital to prioritize clarity, empathy, and feedback in conversations. Active listening, fully focusing on the speaker and confirming understanding, can significantly reduce the likelihood of miscommunication. Asking clarifying questions and rephrasing points to confirm understanding can bridge gaps in perception. Additionally, creating an environment where people feel safe to express their thoughts without fear of judgment encourages open and honest dialogue. In professional settings, establishing clear communication channels, setting expectations, and using tools like meeting agendas or follow-up emails can streamline understanding. In personal interactions, being mindful of tone and choosing the right time to discuss sensitive matters can foster stronger connections. Ultimately, effective communication requires effort, patience, and a willingness to understand perspectives beyond our own. Misunderstandings are inevitable, but by practicing intentional communication and actively seeking to resolve conflicts when they arise, we can turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. Number 3. Differences in fundamental values and beliefs. Differences in fundamental values and beliefs often shape the way individuals and societies perceive the world, influencing relationships, decision-making, and even societal structures. These values are deeply rooted, often stemming from cultural, religious, or philosophical backgrounds, and serve as guiding principles in life. For instance, some cultures prioritize individualism, emphasizing personal freedom and self-expression, while others uphold collectivism, valuing community and interdependence. Similarly, religious or spiritual beliefs can significantly impact one's worldview, shaping perspectives on morality, purpose, and life's ultimate meaning. For example, a person with a secular worldview may prioritize rationality and empirical evidence in their decision-making, whereas someone with a spiritual perspective might seek guidance from divine principles or sacred texts. These differences, while enriching, can also create challenges. In personal relationships, mismatched values might lead to conflicts over priorities, lifestyle choices, or parenting styles. On a broader scale, societal clashes over issues such as gender roles, human rights, or environmental ethics often reflect underlying differences in beliefs. For instance, debates over climate change policies may pit those who prioritize economic growth against those who emphasize ecological sustainability. These tensions highlight the difficulty of reconciling competing values, especially when both sides view their beliefs as non-negotiable. However, differences in values and beliefs also provide opportunities for growth and collaboration. Exposure to diverse perspectives can encourage empathy, critical thinking, and innovation. For instance, multicultural workplaces often blend varying approaches to problem-solving, resulting in more comprehensive and creative solutions. Bridging differences requires open communication and a willingness to seek common ground, focusing on shared goals rather than points of contention. Education, dialogue, and mutual respect are essential in fostering understanding, especially in an increasingly interconnected world. Ultimately, while differences in fundamental values and beliefs can lead to misunderstandings or conflict, they also contribute to the richness and complexity of human experience. Recognizing and respecting these differences is key to building harmonious relationships in societies. By finding ways to coexist and collaborate despite divergent worldviews, individuals and communities can navigate their differences while appreciating the diversity that defines humanity. Number 4. The influence of rumors and gossip. Rumors and gossip hold a pervasive influence over human behavior and societal dynamics, often spreading like wildfire through personal conversations, workplaces, and digital platforms. These forms of informal communication may seem harmless or even entertaining at first glance, but their impact can be profound and multifaceted. At their core, rumors are unverified pieces of information that thrive on ambiguity, while gossip typically involves the exchange of private details, often with a sensational or judgmental undertone. Both exploit our innate curiosity and need for social connection, fueling their rapid transmission. However, their effects can be damaging, as they often distort the truth, breed mistrust, and harm reputations. For individuals, being the subject of negative rumors or gossip can lead to significant emotional distress, eroding self-esteem and relationships. In the workplace, rumors can create a toxic environment, undermining morale and productivity. They can damage professional reputations, derail team cohesion, and even impact career trajectories. Similarly, within communities, gossip has the power to reinforce social hierarchies, ostracize individuals, or create divisions. In the digital age, the influence of rumors and gossip has been amplified exponentially. Social media platforms, with their ability to reach vast audiences in seconds, act as breeding grounds for misinformation. Viral rumors can damage the credibility of public figures, brands, or organizations, often requiring extensive efforts to mitigate their effects. Worse, the anonymity of online platforms emboldens individuals to spread rumors without accountability, compounding their impact. Despite their negative connotations, rumors and gossip can serve certain functions in society. They act as tools for social bonding, as people often connect through the shared act of exchanging information, even if unverified. They can also serve as informal mechanisms for enforcing social norms, warning others about perceived threats or undesirable behaviors. However, the potential harm outweighs these benefits when misinformation or malicious intent drives the conversation. The influence of rumors and gossip underscores the need for critical thinking and responsible communication. Individuals must cultivate discernment, questioning the source and intent behind the information they receive and share. Likewise, fostering a culture of empathy and accountability can help minimize the damage caused by such practices. As society becomes increasingly interconnected, the collective responsibility to curb the spread of rumors and gossip becomes ever more crucial. In this way, we can promote trust, truth, and meaningful connections in our personal and public interactions. Number 5. Personal insecurities and projection. Personal insecurities can profoundly shape how we perceive ourselves and interact with others. Insecurity often stems from self-doubt, past traumas, or unmet expectations, creating feelings of inadequacy or fear of judgment. When left unchecked, these emotions can manifest as projection, a psychological defense mechanism where individuals attribute their own fears, shortcomings, or negative traits to others. For example, someone insecure about their appearance might criticize another's looks or assume they are being judged for their own. This behavior offers temporary relief from internal discomfort by externalizing the problem, yet it can lead to strained relationships and misunderstandings. Projection acts as a shield for vulnerable self-esteem, allowing individuals to avoid confronting their insecurities directly. However, it distorts reality, fostering unnecessary conflicts and creating barriers to personal growth. Over time, projecting insecurities onto others can create patterns of negativity and prevent authentic connections. For instance, a person struggling with feelings of inadequacy in their career might dismiss a colleague's success as luck rather than hard work, reflecting their own fears of failure. This undermines the opportunity for constructive self-reflection and professional development. Acknowledging and addressing insecurities is key to breaking the cycle of projection. Self-awareness is the first step. Recognizing patterns in one's thoughts, feelings, and reactions can uncover the root of the issue. Cultivating empathy is equally essential. Understanding that others have their own struggles can foster compassion rather than judgment. Seeking support through therapy or open conversations with trusted friends or mentors can also provide valuable perspective and tools for managing insecurities. Ultimately, transforming insecurities requires vulnerability and a willingness to grow. By embracing imperfection and focusing on self-improvement rather than comparison, individuals can build confidence and authenticity. When we stop projecting and start taking ownership of our feelings, we pave the way for healthier relationships and a more positive self-image. Growth begins not in deflecting our insecurities onto others, but in facing them head-on with courage and self-compassion. Number 6. Lack of empathy and understanding. Personal insecurities can profoundly shape how we perceive ourselves and interact with others. Insecurity often stems from self-doubt, past traumas, or unmet expectations, creating feelings of inadequacy or fear of judgment. When left unchecked, these emotions can manifest as projection, a psychological defense mechanism where individuals attribute their own fears, shortcomings, or negative traits to others. For example, someone insecure about their appearance might criticize another's looks or assume they are being judged for their own. This behavior offers temporary relief from internal discomfort by externalizing the problem, yet it can lead to strained relationships and misunderstandings. Projection acts as a shield for vulnerable self-esteem, allowing individuals to avoid confronting their insecurities directly. However, it distorts reality, fostering unnecessary conflicts and creating barriers to personal growth. Over time, projecting insecurities onto others can create patterns of negativity and prevent authentic connections. For instance, a person struggling with feelings of inadequacy in their career might dismiss a colleague's success as luck rather than hard work, reflecting their own fears of failure. This undermines the opportunity for constructive self-reflection and professional development. Acknowledging and addressing insecurities is key to breaking the cycle of projection. Self-awareness is the first step. Recognizing patterns in one's thoughts, feelings, and reactions can uncover the root of the issue. Cultivating empathy is equally essential. Understanding that others have their own struggles can foster compassion rather than judgment. Seeking support through therapy or open conversations with trusted friends or mentors can also provide valuable perspective and tools for managing insecurities. Ultimately, transforming insecurities requires vulnerability and a willingness to grow. By embracing imperfection and focusing on self-improvement rather than comparison, individuals can build confidence and authenticity. When we stop projecting and start taking ownership of our feelings, we pave the way for healthier relationships and a more positive self-image. Growth begins not in deflecting our insecurities onto others, but in facing them head-on with courage and self-compassion. Number 7. Competition or rivalry. Competition is a fundamental element of human progress, shaping societies, industries, and individuals throughout history. It embodies a dynamic process where individuals or entities vie for success, recognition, or dominance, fostering an environment of growth and innovation. At its core, competition challenges participants to push their limits, refine their skills, and strive for excellence. Whether in sports, business, academics, or personal achievements, rivalry often acts as a catalyst for creativity and development. The desire to outperform others drives innovation, compelling competitors to think outside the box and develop unique solutions to complex problems. Many of the world's greatest advancements in technology, medicine, and industry have emerged from intense rivalries, with each party motivated to outdo the other. However, competition is not without its challenges. In the race to succeed, some may resort to unethical practices, prioritizing short-term gains over long-term sustainability. The pressure to outshine others can also lead to stress, burnout, and unhealthy relationships. It's important to strike a balance, embracing healthy competition that inspires growth while discouraging destructive behaviors. Collaboration, paradoxically, can sometimes emerge from rivalry, as competing parties realize the mutual benefits of pooling resources and knowledge. On an individual level, competition often reveals character. It teaches perseverance, discipline, and resilience. For many, losing a competition can be as transformative as winning, offering lessons in humility, self-improvement, and the value of effort. Rivalries in personal and professional life encourage people to set goals, measure progress, and stay motivated. The key lies in focusing on self-improvement rather than merely outperforming others. In broader terms, competition shapes markets and economies. It ensures that businesses constantly innovate to meet customer demands, resulting in better products and services. Consumers benefit from competitive pricing and greater choice, while businesses are encouraged to operate efficiently and sustainably. In this sense, competition serves as the backbone of a thriving economy, driving progress and prosperity. Ultimately, competition and rivalry are double-edged swords. When approached constructively, they ignite passion, spur innovation, and foster growth. However, unchecked competition can breed conflict and inequality. The challenge lies in channeling competitive energy into pursuits that uplift individuals and society as a whole, ensuring that the spirit of rivalry contributes positively to the human experience. Number 8. The influence of social expectations. Social expectations shape how individuals perceive themselves and interact with the world, often dictating behaviors, attitudes, and aspirations. Rooted in cultural norms, traditions, and shared beliefs, these expectations act as a guide for what is deemed acceptable or ideal within a society. From an early age, people are exposed to these norms through family, education, media, and peer groups. For instance, gender roles historically defined by societal expectations often influence career choices, household responsibilities, and even hobbies. While these norms provide a framework for social cohesion, they can also create pressures that stifle individuality and limit opportunities for personal growth. One significant impact of social expectations is the internal conflict they can generate. Individuals may struggle to reconcile personal desires with societal demands, leading to feelings of inadequacy or alienation. For example, the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards promoted by media can result in low self-esteem and mental health issues. Similarly, professional success is often equated with financial achievement, pushing people into stressful career paths that may not align with their true passions. This dissonance can foster a sense of unfulfillment, despite external markers of success. Moreover, social expectations play a role in perpetuating systemic inequalities. Cultural norms that prioritize certain groups over others, whether based on race, gender, or socioeconomic status, can entrench discrimination and limit access to resources and opportunities. For instance, women in marginalized communities frequently face barriers in leadership roles due to stereotypes and biases ingrained in societal expectations. Breaking free from these norms often requires significant effort, resilience, and collective action. However, social expectations are not inherently negative. They can inspire individuals to aspire for greatness, contribute positively to their communities, and build relationships based on shared values. Acts of kindness, civic responsibility, and the pursuit of education are often motivated by societal encouragement. The key lies in striking a balance, valuing the guidance of social norms while fostering an environment that celebrates diversity, creativity, and personal authenticity. Ultimately, while social expectations are an inevitable part of human interaction, their influence should not overshadow individual potential. By critically evaluating and challenging outdated or harmful norms, societies can evolve to embrace a broader spectrum of identities and aspirations, allowing individuals to thrive without compromising their unique sense of self. Number 9. The lack of recognition. The lack of recognition is a silent yet pervasive challenge faced by individuals across various domains, from workplaces to personal relationships. It is a universal experience to strive tirelessly, only to feel unseen or undervalued despite one's efforts. In professional settings, this lack of acknowledgement can lead to diminished morale, disengagement, and even burnout. Employees who go above and beyond often find themselves overshadowed by louder, more visible peers, or their contributions are taken for granted. In creative fields, the struggle for recognition is particularly acute, as originality and effort can be overlooked in favor of trends or popularity. This extends to personal relationships where acts of care, love, and support frequently go unnoticed, breeding resentment and emotional fatigue. Yet recognition is not about grand gestures or awards. It is the simple yet profound act of making someone feel seen and valued. When individuals are recognized for their work or efforts, it fosters a sense of belonging and purpose, fueling motivation and reinforcing their self-worth. The absence of such validation often results in a cascade of negative emotions, doubt, frustration, and even feelings of inadequacy. Society tends to celebrate outcomes, overlooking the processes and sacrifices that lead to success. This creates a culture where only a select few are rewarded, leaving countless others in the shadows. Addressing the lack of recognition requires intentionality. Leaders acknowledging their teams, families expressing gratitude, and peers celebrating each other's achievements. The act of recognizing someone's efforts is not just an ethical responsibility, but a fundamental human need. Small, consistent affirmations can build a foundation of trust, encouragement, and mutual respect, paving the way for healthier workplaces, stronger relationships, and more resilient communities. In a world driven by speed and efficiency, taking the time to recognize others can seem like a luxury, but it is, in fact, an essential ingredient for meaningful connection. We must remind ourselves that recognition does not diminish us but elevates everyone. It is a reminder that behind every milestone is a story of perseverance that deserves to be honored. By fostering a culture of recognition, we not only uplift individuals but also create a more compassionate and thriving society.